Or you anticipate when you learn that Deliverance is coming to Netflix?
When I heard Lee Daniels, I was expected to be thrilled. I was curious to see what they wanted to do here, since it's going to be majorly all African-American cast. I know they're going to put God at the front very well, Jesus and God at the front. So
just give me something very hot. That's what I was anticipating.
It's horror, it's supposed to be hot. But can I just say that I was already scared?
Yeah, you can say that.
So the series follows Ebony Jackson. She's a struggling mother, and she and her family, including her own mother, just moved to this house.
When they moved to this new house for a fresh start, she starts noticing really strange behaviors in her family. Her children start acting very strangely, and soon she finds herself in this spiritual battle, trying to save herself and the souls of her children.
The thing that's actually scary about this movie is that it's based on real life events. At the end of the movie, there's this montage, like you already know how it is when something is based on somebody. They put the woman's photo there, and the movie is literally based on real life haunting of the Ammons family. In November of 2011, Ammons have mother and children moved into a rental house in Gary, Indiana, and the house is haunted. Even when they moved out, there were also strange occurrences that happened around that place. Yeah. So that was the scary part.
After watching this film, what were your first thoughts? What was the first thing that just came to your mind? Like,
I was already having a lot of questions before I even reached the end. Like I said, my eyes doubled when I saw that it was based on true events. So for someone like me, I get scared easily. So the fact that I do not remember this movie after watching it says a lot. It was not scary at all. That was my first thought, like, okay, that was not scary at all.
Same here. I was like, okay, that was very underwhelming. I was feel the goosebumps on my body, like, oh God, I just watched a really good horror film.
Yeah, for domestic horrors, like, domestic horrors are actually always the bomb, you know, because it can be just a simple neighborhood that your neighbor is going to something. So that's really the entire take. Okay, you do not watch them. It's just like this movie. When I was okay, like, this is just like them. This is just like them. And it's a kind of a domestic horror. That was what the creators of them was trying to push at. And there in them, there was also a layer about racism and everything going on in that place. But for this movie, I think there was something just lacking in it. I feel like the creators, Lee Daniels, just wanted to make a domestic horror movie with black people at the center and remove hearts and some kind of shock value or some kind of things from the story.
Yeah, that was my thoughts exactly. Even when the film started, I was like, what is happening here? I feel like a good horror film, it draws you in with the story of these people living in this house. First of all, you are interested in them. Then you care about them enough that, okay, are they going to survive this thing? Even though from the beginning of horror films, you already see the elements of this haunting already around, and you're like, oh my God, people should move out of this place. So this film, it did not give you that. It was there, but there's something about it that I felt like I don't care about this family or their story, or the fact that, oh, they said the woman is an alcoholic and she abuses her children. They're just throwing her around. I feel like they did not tell the story of this family very well enough for us to care about it.
Even the suspense that this woman is an alcoholic, she has been to jail, who will believe her story? It was just there. It did not really play anything into the story at the end of the day. Yes, Monique was there as her officer that was in charge of her. But it's not really, I don't know. I don't think the story was well put together. And the beginning part, they were wasting a lot of time showing us that, oh, look at this white woman. She was a bad mother too. I know what they're trying to do. They're trying to build us up and make us connect to the characters. But
talking about generational trauma.
Yeah, but it did not really stick with me. Then the horror scene started and I was not even scared. Do you know why this is annoying me? The same thing I felt from A Song in the Dark, the Nigerian horror movie. We are the people who believe in these kind of things. The supernatural. Yes, I'm not saying that other races or other people do not believe in supernatural. But when these people acted, they acted so well. We believe in these things too. I don't know why we cannot transform into this mind-blowing story. I want those kind of stories well put out, well acted and well fleshed out in a way that you'll be at the edge of your seat.
And when they don't do these things, nothing stands out for you throughout the film. Like, they're just telling you a story. Like you said, they're making a horror film because for horror film's sake, not because they want to tell you a story or teach you a lesson. I wish there was more. Andra, I can say that we tried in
this is the first time I'm seeing her in a role.
Yes, I think she did well. You could see that, oh, this person have gone through a lot. The person she's experiencing now is not the mother she grew up with. So you could see this struggle. Now she's a single mother. Her actions in the past have made her children not to trust her. There's domestic violence here. She doesn't really hit them. It's just unintentional that she just snaps. I like that Andra did it very well.
Yes, even Glenn Close did a good job too. Glenn Close played Andra's mother. She did well, and I think that they did well for her makeup too.
Yeah.
I think they did well for the makeup in the horror scenes.
It was good.
But just that you want a movie to stick with you. To remember an horror movie that will make you question your decisions in life. When we're much younger, or when you watch some kind of horror movies, you remember how it was bad. Even at night itself, you were like, okay, is anybody there? But this one, I watched it at night. I went to bed. I didn't even remember.
And I think the supporting characters didn't help a lot.
Yes. So Ellis-Taylor, she's normally a very good actress, but she was just very disposable in this series. She played the apostle. She was just there.
She was just there. In the final scene, I did not see it coming that way, that she'll be easily eliminated, because she claimed that she already faced this demon before and it laughed at her, so she's ready this time around to face it. And I think that's my favorite part in this film. At the end of the day, you are the only one that can save yourself.
Yeah.
Ebony is struggling with alcohol. She's an alcoholic, and now her children spiritually. Regardless of what you are in life, you are the only person that can come through for yourself and just have faith and just save yourself. I think that's my favorite part of this film.
Yes, that's true, because she actually fought the battle herself.
Yeah.
And she fought her demons, her childhood trauma and everything. The biggest strength for me in this movie is that the demon scenes and the makeup was done very nice.
Yeah,
it was very believable. Especially Glenn Close's makeup. I think Andra did a good job at playing Ebony. But the weaknesses to me lies in the fact that there was no heart in this movie.
Yeah.
It just like, let's just make a movie where African Americans are the major. I don't know if that sounds offensive, but I'm saying that because there are not a lot of domestic horror movies that centers around African Americans.
People always make fun of it that black person moved to a house and they hear this sound, they are running out.
You know, exactly. And the fact is that African Americans actually believe in all these things, haunted houses and everything. Yeah. I just wish that it was heart. They did it in a way that we cared about the characters, and it's not scary. That's one is a weakness too. It was not scary at the end of the day.
Yeah, the biggest strength of this film lies in Andra's performance. She was stellar at this role, that she's a struggling mother, alcoholic, with a lot of childhood trauma on her back. So there's a lot of weight on this character. You can see it in this character. So that's where the strength of the film lies. And also, like you said, the special effects, they were good. I think that's where the filmmakers focused on. But the weakness, I think we're repeating the same thing. But the weakness is the story was not, there was something about the film, the way it even opened. It did not hook you immediately that, okay, this is a terrifying story we're about to tell you. It's even so disappointing because this is something that people experienced. Yeah. That's why it's scary. But at the same time, I don't think you did justice to telling their story.
That was the scary part to me. But the movie, and this is coming from someone that gets scared easily.
Yeah. I'll give it 3 stars.
I think I'll give it 3 for effort.
So, if you have seen The Deliverance, let us know what you think in the comments. We'd love to hear from you.
Goodbye.